I want to bring you more information this afternoon on that breaking news we just mentioned. Evacuations at the Capitol in Madison happening right now because of a threat.
Our Tom Murray's been following the budget process at the Capitol today. He's now live on the phone with what this has become. Everybody's out of the building now, Tom?
They're making their way out of the building, Steve. We were on the assembly floor listening to debate on the budget when the lawmaker who was speaking was cut off by the acting speaker to announce that there was a threat on the building and that everyone needed to evacuate and not just leave the Capitol, but go across the street. So very quickly you saw the lawmakers, their staff members, and everyone quickly move out of the Capitol. Everyone is now across the street. A state Capitol police officer came into the chamber and shouted instructions to members of the state assembly, ordering them to move out and await further instruction. So now you see, the dozens of lawmakers who make up the state assembly standing across the street along with their staff, just trying to figure out what is going on and what the threat means. And I believe we'll be able to bring you a picture here live in just a few minutes.
There was no specific detail on the specifics of the threat.
That's correct. They did not. There was no details on what the nature of the threat was made toward a person, toward a lawmaker, toward a political party. There's no information on where the threat came from, if it was called in, if it was emailed in, if it was written on a wall somewhere. There's no information on where the threat came from. We're just told that there was a threat on the building.
All right, we're taking a live look right now across the street from the Capitol. This is off the Capitol Square even. They've moved people across the street, as Tom Murray said. Tom, just give us a time frame here. It's now 10 minutes to 4 rather. How long ago did the Speaker Pro Tem come to the podium and say, everybody get out?
This just happened less than 10 minutes ago. There seemed to be some word that something wasn't right as I saw some people quickly packing up their computers, and within seconds the announcement came from the front of the assembly chamber, and it really in fairly quick order everyone cleared out. I believe you're looking across the street at some of the Republicans in the state assembly standing on the bottom steps there, and we look across the street. This is just outside the Wisconsin Veterans Museum at the corner of Carroll Street and West Mifflin, and a number of lawmakers mixed in with their staff members. There are people from the Sergeant of Arms staff. Everyone was cleared out of the state capitol.
All right, Tom Murray, thank you. Joining us live by phone. We have a live picture of what's happening in Madison. Again, the state capitol evacuated this afternoon. We will continue to bring you updates on Live at 3:30 and Live at 4. We're back after this.
Welcome back to breaking news coverage of a developing situation in Madison right now. The state capitol has been evacuated in the last half hour. Now we're getting a better idea of why they wanted everybody out of the building.
Yeah, our Tom Murray is live with more details for us this afternoon. Tom?
Yeah, Courtney and Steve, we have not been told why the evacuation has occurred. We were just told to evacuate. We were in the assembly chamber here at the state capitol, which is on the second floor here at the state capitol, for debate on the state budget that began just before noon today. Then we were told that we needed to evacuate. Everyone had to clear out of the building. And so now you see everyone who was in the assembly chamber, also anyone who was working inside the state capitol, out here on the sidewalk. If you're familiar with this area, you know the Wisconsin Veterans Museum. You see Representative Hintz and Representative Zepnick there of the assembly, looking around to see who else is out here. If you come around over this way, you can see this gentleman in the green vest right here. He would be one of the tour guides that works in the state capitol. We also see members of the Sergeant of Arms staff who have been moved out here. And we'll look across the street right now. You can see a police officer from the Capitol Police. What we have not seen from where we are standing right now are tactical teams. We have not seen any sort of huge police presence to set in the Capitol. You do see that officer there walking the perimeter of the state Capitol grounds. Again, everyone ordered to this side of the street, and it's unclear at this point if they're waiting for more law enforcement to arrive as they investigate this threat to the building. Stephen, Courtney?
Tom, we are hearing a credible bomb threat. We received an email into the newsroom stating that. I am noticing from where you are that they aren't limiting traffic yet. It seems that people are still walking around. The limitation is just within the Capitol building, it being evacuated.
I can't quite hear you that clearly, but from what I heard you say that there was a credible bomb threat. That information has not been shared yet with people who are out here on the Capitol grounds. We do see a lot of people on their cell phones. At this point, there has been no message about when people might be able to return to the Capitol, return to the office, return to debate on the Assembly floor.
And we have been in this situation before. As recently as January of 2013, Tom, you might remember this. The man was arrested inside the state capitol. He had kind of a makeshift Molotov cocktail in his backpack. The Capitol also evacuated because of a bomb threat in December of '09. There were a number of situations during the Capitol chaos, the Act 10 debate, where things had to be shut down from time to time. But those are the only two that I can find in our archives where the building was shut down because of an actual bomb threat.
Yeah, and Steve, what's so interesting about this is the state capitol is truly the people's building. There are no metal detectors as you walk in the building. Anyone can come and go from just about anywhere in the building. You know, at most courthouses in the state, you have to pass through a metal detector to go in. There is some barriers, something to make it difficult for you to get in or to sneak anything in, at least some kind of checkpoint. There were checkpoints in place here at the state capitol during the whole Act 10 protests, but there are no longer. So anyone can walk in and out. It is a very open building, and that is an aspect of all of this.
Tom Murray reporting live from us on a credible bomb threat in Madison. The Capitol has been evacuated. The Capitol buildings have been evacuated. We will continue to cover this breaking news.
We'll be back with Live at 4 in a moment. This is today's TMJ4.